Hey guys, Happy New Year. So, I know this has been quite a year. Lots of things definitely happened. And I just want to hop on here real quick and say that the new year is here. A lot of times we lose our purpose and we forget why we're here and what we're doing. I know myself, I get lost a lot of times and I get caught up in what am I doing? Why am I on this earth for? What am I doing here? And I can definitely get caught up in that a lot. A good rule of thumb that has helped me is if you forget what your purpose is or you feel lost, one of the things that helps me is that the purpose is you. The purpose is you to work on yourself, to become better today than who you were yesterday, to work on yourself spiritually, physically, mentally. What can I do today to make myself better tomorrow? And that's enough purpose to keep you motivated, to keep you going. And so that's big. So your purpose can be you, is you. You should work on yourself. You should get better. What can I do today to make myself better tomorrow? And then on top of that is to help other people. So how can I help me today? How can I help other people today? And that is a simple approach, but I think it's an important one that we can forget sometimes. A lot of times we get caught up in what my career should be, or what should I be doing in my job, or what is my purpose with my family? What is my purpose with people around me? What am I doing here for? And we can get caught up a lot of times in that. And, it can be a lot simpler than that. And one thing to keep it that way is, what can I do today? So what can I do today to make myself better tomorrow? Is it something simple? Maybe today I lifted a little bit more weight at the gym. I became just a teeny bit stronger. Maybe I was a little bit better in my speech with other people today than I was yesterday. And just little incremental changes that will help change your life and make yourself a better person. If you're tired of being who you are, feeling stuck of where you are, I just want you to know that everything can change for you if you will change. Everything can change for you if you will change. A lot of times we like to put our blame on outside events, outside things happening to us. It's the economy, it's the politics, it's foreign countries who own us, it's God. We like to cast blame a lot on other people, as my parents, as my childhood, the reason why I feel the way I do, the reason why I feel stuck in the way that I feel stuck is because of something else, because of somebody else. And you can have that approach, but I don't think that approach serves you. It doesn't serve me, and I've fell victim to that a lot of times. I know I still do, but I think it's important to remember to take self-accountability and to realize that it's you, it's on you. And I know it's kind of cliche, but it is true. It is our fault. Everything around us, if we want to change everything, then we need to change ourselves. How can we take self-accountability for the things going on in your life that you're not happy with? How can I change my environment? How can I change my productivity? How can I be better? So it's not an external forces, it's internal forces. You need to work on inside. Well, who are you inside of you? Who are you to others around you? Because casting blame doesn't serve you. Casting blame doesn't serve anybody. Nobody wants to be around a complainer. Nobody wants to be around people who are complaining all the time. And so one of the good things to keep me positive and keep me optimistic and keep me going is to realize that it's all my fault. If I want things to be better, then I need to be better. I need to change. I need to improve. And that can be hard to hear sometimes, because there are forces in the world that are big and that do feel like the reason why things are the way they are is because of these outside forces. But even if that's true, if you as an individual can't change that, the only way we can change is if we change ourselves and we become better ourselves. The best way to help others is by helping ourselves first. So if we want to help the community, we want to help the government, we want to help the country, we want to help the world, we need to help ourselves, and we need to improve ourselves and make ourselves better so that we can be capable to take on more responsibilities to help other people. Gratitude changed my life. And I know that sounds weird, and that sounds very hippie and strange, but deep gratitude literally changed my life. When I was growing up, I had some pretty hard years around 13, 14, 15, and I pondered a lot of dark things, suicidal thoughts and other things like this. And that was because I realized that I was playing a game of blaming everything on other people for my circumstances and not taking accountability for my actions. And when I turned 16, I changed. I read a book, and that changed my life, and it was around gratitude. And it was The Secret, actually, if you know that book. But that book changed my life, because I realized that gratitude, deep sense of gratitude changes everything. When you're thankful for your life, thankful for all the things that you have, everything becomes magical, everything becomes better, everything becomes beautiful. And that's how I want to view life, because we've been given everything. I mean, the chances of us being born is like 1 out of 400 trillion. And the fact that I get to speak right now is amazing. The fact that I get to see, the fact I get to smell and breathe and experience life to the fullest. I have all my limbs, I have my fingers, I have my feet, I have my health, I have a family, I have nature, I have a beautiful world to live in. And that's why every day when you wake up, no matter how you feel, no matter how terrible inside you might feel, no matter how dark things may seem around you, there is always something to be grateful for, always something to be thankful for. And so I am always trying to be thankful, because we've been given everything that we have. We've been given everything. I mean, literally everything. And if you view the world in that way, then everything on top of that is a bonus. So maybe you may not have the best of certain things, and you feel like you're left out in certain areas, or you may feel some type of bad way. But the way I like to stay grounded is to become truly grateful for the things that I have, the things that I get to experience. And that keeps me going, that keeps me stable, that keeps me humble, and that keeps me thankful. Always be thankful for all what we have. We have so much goodness that's out there. It's just sometimes we get caught up in the craziness and the hectics of life, and we forget to be thankful for all that we have. And it is really, really important. I think when you're growing up, sometimes you kind of overlook gratitude, and even as an adult you overlook gratitude. But it's this thing when I was growing up is like, be grateful that you're not a starving kid in Africa, be grateful that you're not in someone else's shoes. And it was kind of had a negative connotation, I feel like. But I've kind of reframed that now, where I'm grateful because everything that's been given to me is a gift, and I get to. What are you going to do with the gift that you've been given? What are you going to do to contribute to make this gift better? How can I improve this gift? Be thankful for everything that you have. Be grateful for everything that you have, and then give others goodness and help others, help the world. And we can't do that if we're not thankful. So I think that's a fundamental that you should have. That's a mind frame that you should have, and that's a mind frame that I will never try to forget. Complaining is the devil, okay? Complaining is the worst. Nobody wants to be around a complainer. Everyone hates complainers. God doesn't like complainers. Nobody likes complainers. So don't complain. Try your best to not complain. If you catch yourself slipping up, just try and remember, look, I might not have this nice car compared to this guy, or might not have this compared to this person, but I am grateful for all that I have. I'm grateful for even the little things. Be grateful for everything, the little dewdrop on the tree in the mornings, the sunrise, the sunset, the rain, the wind. Be grateful for nature that surrounds you. Be grateful for your family, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother. I mean, you can write a list of things to be grateful for. I mean, that's my whole thing is that, and I know I'm going on a little bit of a tangent right now, but this is really important, okay? It's very, very important to understand, because when you're grateful for everything, then you realize that everything good on top of the good, which is already you existing, is a bonus. Even some of the bad things you have to be grateful for, And I know that sounds weird, but a lot of times bad things happen to us, and they happen to us because there's a greater purpose for us. There's a greater reason for that bad thing happening. Maybe you got into a car crash and it sucks at the time, but maybe if you didn't get into that car crash, something worse would have happened later. You just don't know. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. And it's really deeply important to understand that even the bad things happen for a reason, and there's a purpose for why that bad thing is happening to you. And you may not understand it at the moment. You probably will be confused, but there is a deeper reason, and you may not know it now, but you will find out that reason. And so I think staying grateful for everything is so important. It's such a good mind frame to have, no matter where you are, no matter where you go, no matter who you're around. Just remember that, like, I am not a complainer. I am grateful for everything that I have. And I think that'll keep you positive, that'll keep you optimistic, that'll keep you happy, that'll keep you, you'll want to be around other people want to be around you. You'll do better in business, you'll do better in life. I just think it's a great mind frame to have, and that's something that I'm definitely going to try more to do in 2026. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of random, but I am going to start this YouTube channel finally. I've waited 10 years. I'm not going to wait anymore. I'm going to get over my fears of putting myself out there on the camera, on the internet, and I'm just going to do this. So I appreciate all of you guys. Stay grateful, stay humble, take care.